We talked about the third quarter being the big difference in Game 3 defensively from you guys. How can that approach carry? What do you guys need to do for that approach to carry over into Game 4 in defending the Celtics?
You know, I mean, both teams are just trying to get stops. The more stops you can get, you know, for us, we play off of our defense, play with a court spread, play aggressive. It's what we've done, you know, every day, all day. And so it's the same recipe for both of us. We got to get stops.
During that third quarter, Bobby had a couple of those end-to-end runs that he just tends to have. Just what do you think of his effort, being able to get back in transition? I think there's a block, I think there's a rebound, just to compete like that.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's his ability to change ends is big. You know, and I think the importance of our team in transition defense to get back. You know, there's going to be plays, there's going to be things that happen, and you got to change quickly. Get back to defense. Brown in the open court is really good. Brown attacking, them shooting threes. You know, so he, you know, Bobby in particular, but all of us, we got to change hands quickly. And then offensively, same. Bobby can get to the corners. You know, Bobby great. You know, run in the middle, catch, kick to the corner. You know, he gives us, you know, a big that can play fast with everybody else.
Giannis said after Game 2, he's got to figure it out to find, you know, opportunities to score, and looked like he did in Game 3. What did you see him kind of discover that he can, you know, do in this series to find points for himself?
A little bit of everything. You know, he's another guy when we're getting stops. He's at his best, we're at our best. You know, he played through the post, was effective there, played through the elbows. He plays everywhere. As a screener in pick and roll, as a ball handler in pick and roll. He does a little bit of everything, and we got to keep mixing the looks, and you know, him keep being aggressive, but everybody be aggressive around him also.
He's going to embrace contact, and you know that can go two ways. It can draw fouls on the defense, or it can, you know, put him in foul trouble. How does he kind of find that line between, you know, charging or, you know, drawing blocking fouls?
He just plays.
There's a lot of talk yesterday about the physical nature of this series. Does it remind you, or is it comparable to any series you've been involved in the past, just in terms of the level of physical play?
No, I mean, I feel like this is it's the same song and dance every. You know, it doesn't matter who's playing, whether you're in the East or the West. At some point, the playoffs get physical. Both teams get familiar with each other. Players understand it, coaches understand it. So I think it's a common theme. You know, if you were covering another series, I bet they're talking about the same thing. So, you know, it's just part of playoff basketball, and you know, it feels and looks very familiar to me.
What has Wes shown you defensively these 3 games?
Yeah, you know, we talk about just Wes has an attention to detail. He has, you know, he embraces taking the tough matchups. Like, you know, I mean, I think there's something to be said when, you know, you understand the challenge, you understand how great the players are in this league, but you can't wait to try and make it hard on him, make it difficult. So he has a mindset, and then the attention to details, to me, always what, you know, the two things that kind of stand out to me.
What do you mean by that, like with film study or like with moves in the game?
Yeah, you know, I think he studies film. You know, I think he's been in the league a long time, so I think he's seen and aware of a lot of things. So, you know, it's you know, in screening situations, you know, with Wes in particular, but in general, we give them some freedom. We give them opportunities to make choices and make reads. Just like a point guard would make a read in an offensive set. You know, he's got opportunities to make reads, and it doesn't mean he's going to be perfect. But he's just got an attention to detail and a preparedness that allows him to make more good reads and more good choices than most defenders.
Is that your philosophy, or is that because you've got a veteran team?
It's a little bit of both. You know, certainly love to empower the players and give them some freedom with some structure. You know, it's some kind of balance, both offensively and defensively, that you know, we try and have a little bit of both.
You mentioned the fact that he knows guys are going to score on him, and he still wants to do it. He still wants the challenge. Do you find yourself as a coach are attracted to players that have that sickness, I guess, that like want to do that?
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, we always use the word competitive, that competitiveness, you know, that toughness, and it's probably borderline whatever word you want to use. I'm not going to repeat it or say it again, but yeah, we're attracted to guys like that. We think they're competitors is what they are, is how we'd probably phrase it.
What does it mean to you that George is available?
Yeah, no, I mean, another guy that has a similar defensive IQ, a similar defensive acumen, can guard multiple positions, guard multiple players, can get us organized. Another guy who can play pick and roll, play off the bounce, can make threes, has been in big games, experienced. So he brings a lot to the table.
Is there more personal or off-court to away? Because I admit, like, the things he's had to deal with this year to come back to play. I mean, these aren't, not to diminish a soft tissue or a hamstring pull, but I mean, these are serious things that he might have to get addressed in the offseason at his age. What has that maybe kind of meant as you've watched him try to get back here to be available?
Yeah, I think his work ethic, his professionalism, his desire to be there for his team. He's just an amazing teammate. Like, if you hear him in the film sessions, hear him in the timeouts, hear him in the locker room. But at some point, you want to be able to do it. If you're just talking, it maybe just lessens, your impact. And so I think his desire to be out there on the court and, physically participate, and, having given what he's gone through, it's pretty, it's a credit to him and just his toughness and the way he's built.
Coach, in terms of slowing down Jayson Tatum, what did you see differently in Game 3 that you may not have seen in Game 2 in terms of the aggressiveness on that end of the floor?
No, I don't know. You saw the same Jayson Tatum. We just got to keep making him work, make it hard for him, make it difficult. He's a great player, and we're going to have our hands full tomorrow night.
George got Jayson on the one end defensively, but then on the other end offensively, he sets a screen on one of their bigs. How much does it mean for you to have guards that are willing to screen?
Yeah, no, it's a big part of us, and I think it's part of the uniqueness of playing with Giannis and trying to put him in different spots. So, but it's not just the pick and roll, some off ball stuff, different situations. There's a physicality that it takes, and a screening mindset that we need from everybody, but including our guards.
Is there anything that you can even define as the code? And is it even enforceable in the playoffs?
I have no idea what code or what. Give me more, and I'll tell you probably.
The code, they violated the Warriors say that Memphis violated the code when Payton got hurt.
Oh.
Now Memphis is saying Golden State violated the code because Ja got hurt last night.
So I have to admit, I know about the first one. I didn't know that Ja got hurt last night.
Yeah,
He went to the locker room.
they don't know what it is yet, or haven't said what it is yet.
I mean, it's not our series, so I don't know if I want to comment.
I'm not even talking about specifically that series.
Yeah, there's just, I think there's a competitiveness and a physicality that's respected, that's expected.
Yeah.
And then if it crosses the line, and, I think that some of the language that the league uses is good if it's excessive, if it, is dangerous. Those are the types of things that are breaking the code. And, the players, these guys are, they're trying they're trying to win. It's competitive. The blood is boiling. But these guys all know that this is a profession. This is what they do for a living. And nobody wants to be on the other end of something that's excessive and dangerous and crossing the code or cracking the code or whatever it is. And so you expect physicality, you expect the toughness, you expect competitive. And I think, for the most part, guys, I think, follow and abide by it.
I mean, it's hard to not. You're playing for a championship.
Yeah, no, but shit. I'm sorry. you just, it's kind of inhumane. I don't care what you're playing for. I don't think you want to hurt somebody or cause harm, and it's not what sport's about. So I maybe other people think of it differently or approach it differently, but it's just kind of wrong.
Thanks, bud.
Yep, thanks.